y'all, it's Betsy, and I just received my Colourpop order that had my Garden Variety palette in it and the Wild Nothing palette. And this is the newer release, so I figured we would go ahead and do a review and demo over that today. I love Colourpop palettes. Sometimes they take a little while to get here, but they're so inexpensive. The retail price on this is $20, and you can find coupon codes everywhere. And Colourpop has really great quality, and a lot of times they do mix some neutrals in with some fun pops of color. Now, what drew my eye to this, and this is why I went ahead and ordered the Wild Nothing, because they have $35 free shipping, so I needed something else. But look at this packaging on here. It is stunning. Now I know it might be hard to tell, but it is like textured succulents. So gorgeous. And then on the back of the box, it does have all the shade names listed. And then when you open her up, it looks just the same. I got a little bit of foundation on my hand. Don't know where it came from. It's okay though. So it looks like this. So we'll start off by swatching, and then the inside looks like this. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so we're gonna start off with the shade Deserted, Herbivore, Synergy, Wavelength. Okay, Deserted, Herbivore, Synergy, Wavelength. And just in case you're wondering, there are 15 shades in this palette. Then we've got Prickly Please, Third Eye, Best Buds, Smudge Off. They look like that. So, Prickly Please, Third Eye, Best Buds, Smudge Off. Okay, then we have Don't Leaf. That's one of the Super Shop formula. That is very, very nice. It's a little on the sheer side, but it is pretty. Over the Bloom, Stay Sharp, and Sucka for You. So that's what those look like. So let's start over here. Don't Leaf, Over the Bloom, Stay Sharp, Sucka for You. Okay, now we're gonna go Stuck on You, Clay Day, and Root 'em Up. Okay, Stuck on You, Clay Day, Root 'em Up. So as you can see, the shadows are nice and pigmented. They're very soft. I never have an issue with Colourpop shadows. I mean, yes, it does have a little bit of color to it, but it is a very bland palette, and the Wild Nothing is blander than this. But a lot of people like neutrals. Now, do you need to own every neutral eyeshadow palette out there? No, but I love Colourpop. I mean, that's one thing about it. It's like I told my husband, I said I can order, you know, a lot of times 3 or 4 Colourpop palettes for the price of a normal palette. And there's always coupon codes and things like that. So I just applied the Pretty Vulgar eye primer. It doesn't have any color to it. It is not bad. And I just washed all my brushes, so I have lots of clean brushes. So I think I'm gonna start off, because I'm wearing like a tie-dye shirt, but it's like clay and mustard. I think I'm gonna start off with the shade Prickly Please, which is more of like a light apricot peachy shade as my transition. And this is just a Morphe, kind of like a fluffy blending brush. I don't know what it's called, because this is from, I forget what set it's from, I have so many brushes, it's not even funny. I buy brush sets, and the amount of brushes, if you follow me on Instagram, you will see how many brushes I own. I took a picture. I have a 3 foot by 6 foot table that is in my shop that was literally covered with brushes, and that's not even all of them that I own, which is what's sad. So as you can see, this is just a bit peachier than my skin tone. It's nothing crazy, but it blends beautifully. So next, I think I'm gonna go into the shade Stay Sharp, which is like a good poopy brown. Same brush, yeah. And just fluff that into the crease as well, but keeping it a little bit lower. Not bringing it up as high. Okay, I think I'm gonna switch to a smaller blending brush. This is a MAC 221. I've had this forever. It's disgusting looking, but it works great. And I'm gonna go back into the Stay Sharp shade. There we go, that's better. That Morphe brush, the more I've washed it, it has gotten, the hairs have gotten dry and scratchy, so it doesn't seem to want to blend as well. Now, I am a light to medium, more of a true medium skin tone. Just a hint on the lighter side. And then if you, I know my face, especially under the lights, looks pale, but if you, even my arms, but I am darker than I look, and I'm not sure if this one or the Wild Nothing colors, the eyeshadows would work on a deeper skin tone than mine. So I'm gonna go into the shade Root 'em Up and just kind of concentrate that on the outer half of my eye. Just doing a soft blend. Today's not going to be like a super interesting eye look. We're gonna keep it kind of basic, but basic can be pretty. Okay, I'm grabbing a clean brush. This is just one of the Tarte brushes from the Make Believe collection. They're like unicorn head or unicorn horn shaped. And I'm just going over the edges and making sure everything's nice and blended together. Not bad. I think I'm gonna use the Stuck on You, that purple shade, under my eye. So what do I want to use on my lid? I think I'm gonna use the shade Smudge Off, that purpley color on the middle, and then use the green on the inner. Because I still like to have some color. So this is BH Cosmetics brush. This is just a flat brush, which is what I typically use. Like, I will use this to spread out my glue. This is Too Faced glitter glue. The NYX glitter glue is really good as well. I have several glitter glues, but right now I'm trying to use up products, so other than eyeshadow, because that ain't ever gonna happen, especially with the way I buy it. So I'm going into the shade Smudge Off, which is the purpley shimmer, and we're going to apply that right on the center of our lid, blending it in to Root 'em Up, which I'll probably add a little bit more. Gentle swiping. It's a pretty color. Now, one thing I will go ahead and tell you is, I can honestly already say, do you need this palette in your life? No. Is it pretty? Yes. The Colourpop, as I said, like, I don't feel bad buying them because of the price, but you know, for some people, I have a crazy amount of well, for most people, I have a crazy amount of eyeshadow. Okay. So the best budge shade is taking a little bit to build up so you can tell it's green and not just like a light gold. But it's not bad. I don't think this is my favorite eye look of all time, but I don't think it's the worst. So I'm going to take that same MAC 221 brush that I was using and use that on the outer V, just to lightly dab over and make sure everything is blended. There we go. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna stop here, go put on the rest of my face, and then we'll come back and do the lower lash line. I'm back and I have the rest of my makeup on, all except for like my lower lash line. Now, I did want to go ahead and say a couple of things. One thing about this palette is it is a little bit on the disappointing side, because I was talking with my daughter about it while I was getting ready, that yes, it's beautiful, but if you're anything darker than me, you're gonna have issues with it showing up. And I know that the Wild Nothing palette, which looks like this, is the same kind of way. And then also I have the Candyland or Colourpop Land palette coming in, and it is pale as well. Now I did order the new sunflower one today, but see that? So literally the last, and I have no idea what the sunflower one's gonna look like in person, but most of their latest releases aren't gonna work on a lot of skin tones. So I'm gonna choose that Stuck on You shade. And this is just a Storybook Cosmetics brush. It is from their Harry Potter inspired collection. And we're gonna fluff this on under our eye. I wanna bring some color. And maybe it's because I've used so many good shimmers lately. The shimmers that are in here from Colourpop, which used to seem to be very good, are not as phenomenal as I'm used to. So, but I mean, all in all, it's pretty. I mean, it is pretty. It's just not very inclusive. This is the Colourpop Gel Cream Eyeliner in Charmer. It is like a deep purple shade. I'm gonna use this almost a maroon in my waterline, just to make things look a little bit more purple. Okay, let's choose something for the inner corner. Well, I guess we'll choose, I think I'm gonna choose Third Eye, the gold shade in here. I think that that'll look really pretty. So that shade right here. This is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. Spray that down so that way it has a little bit more oomph. And that's what I'm saying, is even with it being wet and the other shimmers on my lid being applied over a glitter glue, they're just not as impactful as I'm used to. I mean, it's not a bad look, it's just, it's a bland look. I mean, and even if you like neutrals, which, I mean, and I say that, I like neutrals. I like color. I love eyeshadow in general. Almost every eyeshadow palette that comes out is something that I'm interested in purchasing, because I love eyeshadow and I love to play with different formulas of eyeshadow, different colors, come up with different color schemes. Now, I may be boring for the rest of my makeup, like basic neutral shades of blush, nude lips for the most part. I am not boring when it comes to my eyes. And this just, I saw it online and was like, oh, that's so pretty. And then getting it in person, I'm like, not so much. I mean, does it look pretty? Yes. Could I do this with other eyeshadow palettes in my collection? Yes, and probably get something that's a little bit more impactful. Let's take just a tiny little brush and I'm gonna add wavelength just to my brow bone, just to kind of give it a little bit of lift. Because ladies, as we age, adding just a little bit of highlight right there really helps give your eyes some lift. So, all in all, my final thoughts. If you like a good neutral leaning palette, this is beautiful. If you're anything darker than me and you're wanting it to show up, most of these colors aren't. And I'm not saying that to be mean or anything like that, because I do love Colourpop. Colourpop has some of my favorite products. Like, I love this setting spray. I love the Pretty Fresh foundation. I love the Lippy balm tint stick thingies. There's so many products that I do love by Colourpop that this just kind of disappoints me a little bit. So, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is typically Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And there have been new videos pretty much every single day this week, but I've gotten in a lot of new product. People are releasing makeup that they didn't release throughout all of this stuff and trying to make room for holiday releases. So it'll probably still be a little crazy. And even once things kind of calm down, I think I am going to continue to add in some more eyeshadow palette reviews, because I have so many and a lot of them are permanent in brands collections. So you can kind of see my thoughts on them. So again, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget, comment down below what your favorite Colourpop product is. Don't forget to check me out on all my social media, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. Instagram, I post a lot of pictures. But I guess that's it, so we shall see y'all tomorrow. Bye.